Alright guys, what's up? So, looks like today is day 6 of the conference. Well, day 6 of my time in China, day 2 of the conference. Right now I'm walking downstairs to get a knife for a shigu dao. That's how you say fruit knife in Chinese. So I can try some of this passion fruit. So jet lag has been really hitting me pretty much this whole trip. Once again, I went to bed tired at 9:30. As soon as I got out of bed, I passed out, but woke up at 2, woke up again at 4, and couldn't fall back to sleep. So I've been up for probably about like 2.5 hours. Also, another thing I noticed, if you don't use your card, it won't let you use the elevator. So last night I was tripping, I was trying to get up to my room, and it would not go to my room. But what you have to do is you have to put your card there, and then you can push what room you can go to. This is definitely well secure because I even have to walk through security first in order to get to the elevator, and then I got to use the card to use the elevator to get to my room. So definitely no unexpected visitors. Also, one thing I'm learning from this trip, learning Chinese will get you a long way on this trip because there are some people that they don't know that much English. Now granted, there are translator apps if you were to buy a SIM card or like here, or find one on your phone or somewhere, that will help you a lot down the road. But it definitely benefits you to know some Chinese before you get here. Because I just went up to the front desk and she didn't know like one drop of English. So had I not said shigu dao or knife in Chinese, she probably wouldn't have known. She even had to confirm because she had me write it down to make sure I was saying the right thing. So yeah, I know a little bit of Chinese to get me to here and there, but it's not enough to where you can just drop me into a random place and I'll be okay. I'm nowhere near to that level yet. Alright, so this is a passion fruit right here. Apparently what my advisor, Libo, told me, this is not actually called a passion fruit, it's called something else. But, I mean, that's the English thing. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to cut it in half, and then you eat the insides of it. So I'm about to try this out. Because I heard these were very good. I might put the camera down, so yeah, I want to put the camera down. Okay, so you saw that miss blunder by the knife. Apparently, like the blade just flew off and like flew across the room. So that was a little scary. I put it back on, so hopefully it's not broken and they won't charge me for it. But anyway, that's what it looks on the inside. All right, this is very good. So it's like a sweet, tangy, like tarty flavor. I don't know how to describe it. It's really, really good. But you can use a spoon or fork and you scoop out like the little juices and the seeds in the pods. The seeds are edible. They're crunchy and very edible. They're not my favorite part, but yes, you can eat the seeds and it's safe. But the tart and this whole juice thing is really, really good. Alright, so lunch is through. Second half of the conference is about to begin. Again, name of the game is very, very hot. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, how hot it is. So, they don't put fans in here. And not even we got fans, but we got blocks of ice. Isn't that crazy? Alright, made it back into the hotel room. Just finished up another intense day of discussing science and talking about science and whatnot. So yeah, not much video again today. There's nothing really for you guys to see. Right now, I'm focused on getting ready for my talk tomorrow, and I'm also trying to rebook my flight to see if I can fly out from somewhere else. Because pretty much, long story short, I'm trying to go see Fujian the day when the conference ends. Because the conference, it lets out at noon on the 21st. So that means I'll have that whole day until my flight leaves from Beijing, the 22nd. So I'm trying to see if I can rebook it to fly out of Fuzhou in order to see Fujian University, and that way I can be able to fly out there and whatnot. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, another short video. Again, sorry, tomorrow's my talk. Not nervous now, but I probably will be when the time gets closer. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Which is what I would be saying if I actually had the videos. So originally I was supposed to have 3 more days worth of recording. What happened was I had the recorder on there and I had it on my camera, and I got home and pretty much like I was just beat from the travel. I enjoyed it, but I was just totally beat. And my wife kept telling me like, hey, you should probably make sure you move your videos onto the computer so you don't lose them. I kept telling her, yeah, I know, I got it. Remember that camera? That wasn't my camera. That was Texas A&M camera that they allowed me to borrow because they allowed me to check out video cameras from the library. So I had to return it 2 days later after I got back. And those 2 days were probably like the busiest 2 days of my life. And so those 2 days passed and I realized, okay, I need to return this camera. And so I just took the camera, deleted everything without transferring my stuff over. And so I got home that night, getting ready to edit some videos on my desktop, and I realized, oh crap, I didn't transfer the files over. So initially I thought, okay, well, I deleted them off the camera, but they're still on the SD card, so maybe that's a way I can just get the camera, get the SD card, and then just recover from that. I turned the camera that Friday. Apparently over that weekend, they reformatted all the SD cards and they changed everything. So it's, in other words, it's gone, pretty much. And so I was a little bit bummed out about that. I was like, man, had I just paid attention, listened to my wife, listen to your spouses, guys, that's very important. Listen to my wife and just actually transferred them over, I wouldn't have this problem. So I was a little bummed out about that, but it is what it is. So instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys a brief summary of what each episode would have consisted of. So episode 8, which would have been the following episode after this last one, there wasn't too much content. I pretty much gave my talk. It went good. I didn't hear any bad things. And they also actually gave me some money out of it, which was shocking to me. So I had walked into the room and walked up and checked in by signing my name. And they gave me this envelope. I'm like, okay, what's in this envelope? And they were like, oh, it's a gift for you. And I looked in there, it's 1,000 yuan, which is like 150 US dollars. So I was like, okay. And it was crazy because like, that's probably the first time I actually gotten something for giving a talk. So that was kind of cool. So what I ended up doing was I ended up spending most of that money in China instead of trying to bring it back to the US and get it transferred. Because one, you get more in China with that money than in the US. And two, when you try to transfer it over, the US government try to gypsy you off and charge you all these fees or these transfer fees and whatnot. So I spent most of it there. I just kept like a few yuans with me just for like souvenirs and whatnot. So that was that. And then the best thing about episode 8 was we got to see this like really cool Chinese culture activity. It was like a Chinese show. And pretty much people were dancing, they were singing. It was really, really cool. Really enjoyed myself. Part of me is upset that I couldn't show you guys that. But when I think back to it, maybe it was a good thing because I kind of felt bad since they recorded the whole thing. But yeah. But if you're happening in China, like next time or anytime, go see a China culture show if you can. Like, it's really cool. I really enjoy myself. So for episode 9, the conference ended that afternoon. What ended up happening was I was able to rebook my flight to fly out of Fuzhou, meaning I was able to go travel via bullet train, which was really cool. Bullet trains are like really quick. I wish we had them in the US, but that's another story. Anyway, so I was able to go to Fuzhou and see Fujian Agricultural University. Real nice university. Got a good tour because I had a professor who goes to A&M with me as well. He gave me a good tour around there. Like, had a good time. Really enjoyed myself there. So that's pretty much episode 9. I didn't do much recording that day either, so it's okay. And then episode 10, I was just coming back to the US. I didn't do any recording pretty much, to be honest, so you guys really didn't miss anything. Theoretically, the only thing that you guys missed was probably the Chinese culture show and maybe my time in Fuzhou. But my time in Fuzhou was like cut short because I got there like 6 o'clock in the evening, so there wasn't really much recording going on. So thankfully, the big recording you guys got because it was early in my travel. In my later travel, like, it was going to like getting cut short. Now, with that being said, there is something that happened in episode 10 that kind of bumped me out a little bit. So when you travel in and out of China, or I guess through any country, you got to go through this thing called immigration inspection. And that's when you go through, they check your passport and whatnot. And so when I landed into China, I went through immigration inspection. The guy looked at me, looked at my passport, stamped it, let me in. I was in and out like 30 seconds. Now, going out of China back into the US, that's a whole nother story. Apparently, I guess this lady thought I did not look like my passport because it took me like 20 minutes before they finally let me through. And so I walk up there. First, the lady thought my passport was outdated. I'm like, no, I just got this passport this year. And she's like, okay, let me see your driver's license. I'm like, okay, fine. Give her my driver's license. Then she asked for any other forms of my ID. So I had my A&M, my student ID, so I gave her that. She looked at those 3, and she still didn't think I matched any of my identities I gave her. So she ended up calling other people over to see if this was actually me. And I was starting to get really, really frustrated because I was like, I only been in China for 10 days. Like, I didn't change that much. And so finally, I guess like there was that supervisor. He came in, looked at me for like 10 seconds, like, okay, yeah, you can come through, you're good. But it was really frustrating because I was just trying to get home to my wife and kid, get back to my friends, get back to the lab, and here I am, I'm just getting immigration inspection. But yeah, let me stop dancing about that before I get like reported or something. But yeah, that's all that happened in episode 10. That was just a little weird for me. Like, I kept looking in the bathroom mirror on my cell phone afterwards to see like, did I really change that much? Do I look sick or do I look... Yeah, I don't know. So overall, I definitely enjoyed my time in China. It was definitely both a fun experience and definitely a very humbling one as well. Because when you got to saw China, you saw kind of both like the new China building up and like parts of the old China where it's like breaking down and like run down and whatnot. And yeah, along with like a lot of other things. Just their culture, just their lifestyle. It's a total culture shock to somebody that doesn't live in China. And I'm actually glad I got to experience that because like it allows me to open my eyes a little bit, see what other people, what their culture is and how they live their lives versus to ours in the US. So I actually really enjoyed it. I'm glad I got the opportunity to go there. And hopefully that won't be my last time going there. But we'll see. And most importantly, thank you guys for watching these videos and giving me all your support, all your likes. That's definitely encouraging to me, especially since this was my first like big video project. It's definitely encouraging to me that there's other people that they enjoyed the videos and that they liked it. So thank you for that. Hopefully you got to see a little bit of what China's actually like and that'll make you go there in the future, or you'll think about going there in the future. Because I definitely enjoyed it and I'm sure you would enjoy it if you were to travel there. So on that note, I'm going to end the China series right here. And before I wrap up this video, I'm going to introduce a new project that I've been working on that hopefully you guys enjoy when it comes out. The title of this project is called Project GSS. I'm not going to tell you what that stands for, but you'll find out sooner or later. But pretty much it's something that I wanted to start on for a while, probably for a couple years actually. And I pretty much couldn't do it because like I've been busy with like school and other stuff has popped up. But I'm glad I can finally now start on this project. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I can't wait. I'm pumped up for it. And I'll probably also be advertising it on my like Facebook status as well, or doing like little hashtags or whatever. So, you know, just a little build up the hype, build up the tension, you know what I'm saying? Get people involved, get people pumped up, or not, I don't know, whatever. And so yeah, that's all I got. So once again, thank you guys for watching this video. Really appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys later when Project GSS comes out. Peace.